Hello everybody, I'm the Charbox Gamer and welcome back to Tsushima. We're still on the look for collectibles, and as we could see, we already have one on the marker here. Now where would it be? I want to make a guess. It'd probably be somewhere over here. No? In here? If I were a collectible, where would I go to hide? Someplace stupid. Someplace like right underneath somebody's nose. Or in plain sight. If something's in plain sight, it'd be funny. I mean, not if you're looking for it, but if you placed it in plain sight and you see somebody not able to find it, it's kind of funny. A little correction on my scheduling. I did not say the right date for Jack 2. That was the 14th, not the 12th. I wonder where the 12th came from. I mean, it's not off by, much. It's only off by 2 days, but it kind of makes me wonder, what's so important on the 12th that got me confused? Ah, that's going to bug me for the rest of the night. Currently, it is late for me, and I've been hit with insomnia yet again. It's a curse. I swear, it's a curse. Hate insomnia. Really hate insomnia. One time... Actually, it wasn't one time, it was a couple times, so... Wow, you got it all the way from here. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, anyway, what I was going to share was that when I was younger, I was still in high school, my insomnia was so bad that eventually I just started hallucinating shadow people. That's as good as I could explain it. So, at the time, my bed was up against a wall. On the same wall was my door. And whenever I was on my computer, a laptop, whatever you want to technically call it, whatever. Anyway, every time I would be on it, I could almost see a shadow opening up my door and getting closer. But the thing is, every time I would look up, it would go away. That was definitely, lack of sleep doing that. I wasn't a real shadow person. It was just me having a lack of sleep. But I can tell you, it was kind of creepy every time it happened. And it was, how do I say, hard to ignore. Very hard to ignore. Now, I did try to see how far it would actually get to me, just to see how, what would happen, but the thing is, with my happy ass, I tend to focus on things that move on my peripheral vision. So every time it moved, I would look at it and then it disappeared, so didn't really get too close. Granted, there were a couple times I really did try to see how close it would get to me, but again, can never get too close where it was a actual threat. If it was at all. Like I said, this was because I didn't sleep at all. However, this wasn't the only time we ever had to deal with shadows in my house. For context reasons, it was years after this whole thing. By that time, I was more rested. I didn't have my little shadow visitor anymore because, I'm sure I told you all about how I got hit by a car, so I'm just going to skip that story and basically go to the aftermath, which eventually just gave me a lot of rest. I couldn't do anything because, I got hit by a car. So I had a lot of chance to rest. And after I rested up, got my body back to normal, shadow thing went away. Completely away. So, yeah, but we did have other shadows. I'm just giving that bit of context to, that, hey, it's not me being sleep deprived. And what's worse is that, it was not just me that noticed these things. Which, whenever that happens, chances are what you're experiencing is, kind of real, or at least, you're not imagining it when other people are also experiencing it with you.
Go and stay safe.
It's been a while, so my memory's a little fuzzy with the exact details, but basically it went like this. One night, my mom came back from work. She was freaked out, which never a good sign when you come home at night. So, my dad, my grandma, and I, we all asked, hey, what's wrong? What's going on? Because, obviously concerned. And she said, while she was driving home, she saw movement in the back of her window. And when she looked, she saw a shadow in her car that just went down. Now, I don't fuck with paranormal shit. I don't like ghosts. I don't deal with that shit. Fuck that shit. So when I heard that, I noped the fuck out of there. I went to my room. I grabbed my cross. I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here with your demonic ass. I'm not getting possessed because of you. I don't know what demon you picked up on the road, but it ain't getting me. What the hell is going on with... You know, it's quite common to find a bear fighting our enemies. At this point, I might just recruit the bears. Like, how many times have you seen a bear fight an enemy? Regardless, she told us that shit. And I kid you not, the next few days, we've experienced shit around the house. There was a blackout, we heard some weird noises, and, you ever get that feeling of being watched? But then you look around and there's, like, nobody there? Yeah, I had that feeling. Not sure if my mom and grandma had that feeling, or my dad, but we, noticed some weird shit going on with the house. Now, the power outage is explainable. The power went out. Like, that's nothing to freak out. Like, we've experienced that from time to time, so it's like no big deal. However, during the power outage, again? Hey, it's a bear fighting two dudes. Again, it's a bear oh, shit! Fuck that guy up. I mean, what is the odds of fighting two dudes fighting a bear? And also, I was only saying that until we ended this because this part was a little loud and I can't tell if it's too loud for my voice to be heard, but whatever. Anyway, continuing, there was a blackout, and during the blackout, had a candle lit. Now, typically, whenever we have a blackout, my job is to light candles and put them around the house so we can see where the hell we're going. Now, we do have flashlights, but we try to reserve the batteries in case of a big emergency. I had a candle ready, I lit it up, and I was about to leave when, when I was about to leave my room, I felt something brush past my leg, and when I looked down, I saw a silhouette of a cat run by from my room to the living room. Now, you're probably wondering, why is that, you know, a big deal? Because you shared stories where you had cats. You would be correct. I had, during this time, 3. I had 3 cats. I could rule out one off the bat because one, she's fat as fuck. She is fat as fuck and had white fur. This silhouette was thin, and with the candlelight was a black cat. Now, the other 2 cats that we have dark fur. One being a calico cat, and one being gray. However, the thing is, Sassy would have been the cat I would assume ran by because he would stay by my room. That's where he would usually hang, you know? But this cat was completely black. If it were Sassy, I would have noticed his white paws. He also couldn't move that fast, as at the time he was very old and doesn't run like that. So it couldn't have been Sassy. You're probably saying, well, it could have been Callie, right? Yes and no. It was a possibility that I thought about, but there's a couple things that kind of go against this. One, Callie doesn't like hanging out in my room. Or any room. She does not like hanging out in bedrooms for some reason. I don't know why, but she prefers to stick to the kitchen. Mainly because her food's there. Yeah. The other reason why I kind of say it's not Callie was because lengthwise, this cat was longer than Callie. Callie was a short cat at the time. Still a baby practically. This cat was, I'd say, around the size of Sassy, but like I said, it couldn't have been Sassy as he couldn't move that fast. Lacked the fur that I would have noticed. And mind you, the candlelight was lit. It wasn't in complete darkness. If it were in complete darkness, I'd say, okay, yeah, the shadow, the darkness made him look darker than he usually is. Like, of course I would have seen his silhouette and nothing more because it was dark. No. The candlelight was already lit. But at the time, I didn't think much about it because I assumed it was Callie. Kind of off the bat. Just assumed it was Callie. So I went on my way. I lit up some candles. I placed them in strategic places that I like to... Well, I have... What the fuck, dude? Okay, you saw that. I had the resolve to get back up. The fuck? Whatever. Don't matter. So, continuing with what I was doing, I continued to place down candles in various rooms so we could see where the hell we're going. Now, when I got to the kitchen, I saw Callie, big shock by the food bowl. I was like, alright, nice seeing you too, Callie. And then I continued off with, placing lights down wherever we need. Now, we don't try to use a bunch of lights. We typically try to use a few. So, the living room, say, get like 2, maybe 3. The kitchen, kind of between 1 or 2. Sometimes I put down 2, but usually I go for 1 because, you really don't go to the kitchen when this happens. The hallway gets 1, mainly because there's only really one place where we could put a candle in the hall, and that's basically it. Bedrooms are usually asked for if we really want one in our bedroom, but typically we don't. I think the only person that really asked for a candle is my grandma. So, yeah, so 1 for a bedroom, I guess. And then there's a bathroom. Again, only 1 because it's a small bathroom. Now, when I was finishing my rounds, ending on the bathroom this time, I was gonna go and just chill until it all, powers back up. As I was leaving the bathroom, I saw the same black cat run past my legs, and I was like, wait a minute, no. 1, that definitely wasn't Sassy. 2, Callie couldn't have been in the bathroom when I literally just saw her eating in the kitchen. What the hell's going on? About this time, everybody's hunkering down. They're all relaxing. We're gonna wait it out. And I ask, anybody seen a black cat in the house? My stepdad, he said no. My grandma, she also said no, but I kind of figured because at this point she would be laying down in bed. I wouldn't expect her to be up and about. But my mom, she said, I could have sworn I saw either Callie or Sassy just run by me when I was in my room. And I told her, well, I don't think it was Callie, because Callie was in the kitchen not too long ago. Like, it was literally a minute the last I saw her. And Sassy, he's chilling in my room. I know damn well he didn't go to your room. Which weirded her out. Now, the power outage didn't last long, and it lasted like a few minutes, but that strange event just kind of made me and my mom a little on edge. We're the paranormal freaks in the household. My stepdad, he's the more logical one, and my grandma, she kind of doesn't really give a shit, but at the same time, she kind of does. Like, if you say there's a ghost in the room or house, she wouldn't mind, but if you say something about, devil or something, she... Damn. No, can we just have an instant replay on that shit? That was actually pretty badass. Like, look at this. Perfect form. I saw them. They were lined up perfectly. Get fucked. Damn. But, anyway, continuing with the story, because I realized I was talking about shadow cats for a good few minutes, where I could just sum it up that, hey, it wasn't any of our cats. Continuing, we heard noises. Felt like someone was watching us. What noise did I hear? I heard a loud thump coming from the bathroom once, and that scared the hell out of me because Grandma, at the time, she wasn't too good at walking. I thought, oh crap, she fell. And it was late, so the only person awake to help her out would have been me, and I don't think I could survive this jump. But I am tempting it. I feel a little tempted on trying. So, when I heard that, I jumped from my bed, practically breaking down the door as I run from my room to the bathroom, only to see nobody was in there. However, the medicine cabinet, which also functioned as our mirror, was wide open. And I was like, That's probably what caused the noise. But the thing is, how did I not survive when I still... it must be a combat-only thing. But regardless, the medicine cabinet was open. I was thinking, that's probably where I heard the noise. But how'd it open? Because everybody else was dead asleep except for my happy ass. And I figured, okay, maybe one of them woke up, opened it in their sleep state, and that was that. So I pushed it out of my mind. Just to be safe, I made sure to check up on everybody to make sure that they were A, alive, and B, asleep. And when I did, it was like everyone was peacefully sleeping. It was like, huh. Okay, cool. This is what happens when you're insomniac. In fact, I would have laughed if I heard that same noise right now, so I'm talking about it. Good news. No, it did not. Kind of attempting it, but it did not. So, continuing. I'd say it was like the next day. It was the next day. I was, not home alone. Mom was off. Grandma, she was peacefully asleep. And I was chilling in my room when I heard the same noise again. And I was like, okay, well, now somebody's up. Maybe they just opened up the medicine cabinet and that's that. I wasn't going to go and look into it because, you know, I figured that was the most reasonable explanation. And honestly, at the same time, I was just chilling out. I didn't want to be bothered with it. That was until my mom opened my door and asked if anything fell. And I was like, no. And then she asked, did you hear that noise? And I was like, yeah, I heard something like that last... Check the bathroom. See if the medicine cabinet's open again. And she was like, again? I was like, yeah, last night I heard the same noise. Went into the bathroom. It was wide open. Thought maybe one of you guys did it. Figured that you're all half asleep or something. So I just closed it and went back to my room. She goes to the bathroom. And she comes back. She's kind of pale at this. She says, it was open. Now, I know I didn't open it. I know Daniel didn't open it. And she knows she didn't. Like, we know that none of us opened it. So, this made me a little on edge. I was like, huh, must be the wind, you know? And she was like, yeah, strong wind inside the house. And Anthony, what kind of explanation is that? And I'm like, look, paranormal logic-wise, if you give the thing any power, it will take it. So let's just say it's something explainable and prevent it from getting power, if it ever existed, which it didn't. She nods and that kind of agrees, because what the hell are we going to do? There's nothing we can do. One, the damage is already done, and two, if we did have a ghost or a specter in the house, or God forbid a demon, again, what the hell are we going to do? We're kind of screwed. So, we went back to chilling. Now, the next incident wasn't something me or my mom saw. It was more of my grandma, what she saw. Which, I would have to say, had to be probably the scariest fucking thing I've heard. Actually, no, I take that back. It was the second scariest fucking thing I've ever heard her say. Because, she had a similar incident to this previously. A while back. She said she saw me walking down the hall. That might not sound off-putting to you, right? Because that sounds pretty fucking normal. When she said that, when she called me, because whenever she needed something and she can't, you know, if I can't hear her, she would call me on my phone and ask me to go and do whatever she asked. Now, she called me and she asked me, where are you? And I'm like, I'm in my room. Where else would I be? And she said, did you not just go down the hall? And I'm like, no. I did not just go down the hall. I was very much in my room. And then she was insistent. She said, no, I saw you walk down the hall. I confirmed with her that I did, in fact, not walk down the hall. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, it was probably your dad then, you know. It being your dad. Okay, we're not biologically father and son, but people have said that we do look, you know, like a father and son. But I hate to tell you this, too. He was at work. It was just me and my grandma. and she thought she saw someone go down the hall. Now, it's scary on multiple reasons. Either A, someone broke into the house, which if that were the case, no. We have a German Shepherd. Our German Shepherd would have known if there was somebody in the house. So, that intruder would have got fucked. B, it's a ghost, which I don't like that option either. But I think I prefer option B or A compared to C, which, you know, she's getting old and, you know, having a moment. We're out of time. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time. Take care. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.